Thank you, Ellen, and forgive my voice. I got one of those winter frogs, and I'll try to struggle through. But I really want to first extend my thanks to Governor Shumlin, and I think it's important to recognize that he has kept his promise. He is here today with this Farm to Plate rollout, and he was very clear with me when he and I talked about the job I'm very excited to have, that agriculture and commerce are different sides of the same coin. And I will tell you one little story. When I first spoke with then Senator Shumlin, waiting to be Governor Shumlin, and we were talking about this job, he said, "You got to go meet this guy down in Middlebury by the name of Lawrence Miller. Before you say yes to me, go talk to him." And I want you to know, I got in my car the very next day and I went down to Middlebury and I met this gentleman to my right, Lawrence Miller. And within about 5 minutes, he said what I wanted to hear him say. I come from an agricultural-based business, and I believe Vermont is a great place to do business. And when I heard that, I knew I had a partner to work with. And I'm extremely excited by the opportunity that the governor has put on the plate and put on all of our plates to see agriculture and commerce as partners, as opportunities to work together. Now, what we have today, with that background, is an incredible amount of work done by Ellen and her team, and quite frankly, and most impressively, by all Vermonters. Not every single Vermonter, but hundreds of Vermonters. And they pulled together an outline that is extremely exciting. And for me, as the new Ag Secretary, what an opportunity to walk into my job with a partner like Lawrence and an outline like this about where we can take our agricultural economy. Because when our agriculture economy is healthy, our food systems are going to be healthy. And when our food systems are going to be healthy, we as Vermonters are going to be healthy. We're all connected to the food systems. The food system in Vermont right now is exporting lots of money every day. This is a plan to begin to curve that money back into the state of Vermont so we can have healthier local economies and we can have a healthier state economy. And I'm extremely, extremely excited to work on that project. We've talked about the renaissance in agriculture, and I do believe we are on the cusp of that renaissance. My predecessor, Roger Albee, I think coined it. Our governor has agreed with him and has adopted it, and I think you have a team behind me, and quite frankly, a team behind you that are ready to try to implement this. And I am excited to do that. I think it's important to touch on a couple of things that are going to drive this renaissance. It is our competitive advantage, and I would actually say competitive advantages. We have a geographic proximity to a marketplace that is very special. It goes from Montreal to Boston, to Hartford, to New York, to Philadelphia. And I want to tell you, and it goes well beyond that. Short story shared with the Senate Ag Committee. In 1993, I was asked by Governor Dean to go to Israel. And on the shores of the Mediterranean in Tel Aviv, I was walking down prime real estate, right next to the sand, right next to the water, and what did I see? An iconic Vermont marketing symbol, Ben & Jerry's. In 1993, we had an agricultural product that was globally competitive. I believe we have agricultural products here today that are globally competitive. They can enter the marketplace from Montreal all the way down to Philadelphia and compete and bring back the revenues, this value-added revenues, to our men and women who are working in the agriculture economy in the state of Vermont. When that happens, we're going to be able to grow this renaissance, and we're going to be able to make a difference for the state of Vermont. Last couple of points. This is not an effort that I expect, and I hope you don't expect me to do, because I'm only one person, and I happen to have a great bully pulpit from time to time, but it's going to take the efforts of all of us in this room and beyond. We're going to have to wash away the differences between our economic sectors, between our political parties, and between our different perspectives on where to go. We have to find a way to work together on common ground. We have to find a way to marshal our limited resources in a strategic and smart way so we can build this renaissance, so we can help all of our Vermonters. And I'm going to tell you today that I'm going to work with Lawrence, my partner in commerce, and Ellen, my partner at Farm to Plate, and we're going to begin to figure out how to convene the stakeholders and interested parties in the Vermont to begin to figure out how to implement this plan. We're going to have to put our shoulder to the wheel. We're going to have to push where we can push most effectively, and we're going to have to do it together. And I believe the future of Vermont agriculture and the future of the Vermont economy is incredibly bright. And I want to thank Ellen, her team, and all the Vermonters that helped put this together, because I think it is an outstanding roadmap. Thank you.